Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. How are you all doing? Okay, hold on. I need to fix some blah, blah, blah. There we go. Now I can hear myself. Talking is so much harder if you can't hear yourself. Hello, hello, Pete. I see you were first. First time watching as well. Wow. It's so lovely to see you again for the first time. Actually, you see, this is my first time streaming as well. No. But hi. Hello, hello. It's been a few days again. How are you all doing? Let me get the game. Ooh, wait. Are there sales on Steam? There's sales on Steam. I love sales on Steam. I love sales on Steam. Oh no, I gotta see. Ah. Hold on. Oh, I hate when I freeze. How are you doing? So. To be honest, I haven't been feeling myself very much recently. But, it's just one of those ups and downs. I'll get back in there. But, I mean, nothing bad. I'm decent, I'd say. But, yeah, how are you guys doing? I hope streaming will help me you just relax a little bit. So, surely this will be nice. I mean, just chatting with you guys will also help. I'm lonely. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you can chat a bit in here in the chat and hang out. Surely that won't be as lonely then. Oh, I'm seeing some good things on sale. Nothing. I think I'll get it this time. Anyways, background music a bit loud. Thank you for mentioning. How about this? How's this? Good? Awesome. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with it once I get the game up anyway. Okay, so we're almost halfway in our achievements. We've got 45 out of 97 achievements, which is pretty neat. We're gonna go British again today. Let me just plug in my phone so it doesn't die halfway through. All right. Okay. Shall we get to the game? Shall we go see what we're doing this time? Because we have a lot of achievements that we need to still do. Let's turn off the music. Turn on the game. And let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. Oh my god. I didn't realize this. Hold on. Yo, okay. Damn, okay. I'm just looking at what they showed for the Pristine edition that they're working on. And dude, they have like route selection levels and route level hints. That's gonna be so helpful. When is this coming out? When is this coming out? I think. Does it say? Should say. Fall. Damn. Damn, that's not soon. Aww. Okay. Let's get to the game. Let's get to the game. Alright. Oh. Ah, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You need to be the right size. Silly, silly game. Silly, silly game. Why aren't you the... So why you're not the right size. I figured it out. Okay. Now let me just make sure I'm not in the way. Oh. Alright. Okay. Well, content warning, as usual. But this is a love story. This is a love story. A wonderful love story. Now, where were we in this love story?
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay.
And at the end of that path is a cabin.
A bit louder again?
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay. I'm gonna put it at this. Let me know if sounds okay.
You're here to slay her.
And I'm gonna have it.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
End of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay. Now, let me check out the achievements. Which one can I guess? Okay. I still don't have the achievement called the good ending, which is interesting. Let's see. There's so many left. Okay, I think we need the fighting one. The one where we just fight her until we die and die and die and die. I think that's the one we need. In which case, let's go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
We think the knife. We need to talk with her. Hi, Lilith. Hi, Innie. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Let's go see the princess.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is
sounds
your
good for
implement.
everyone.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I always need to fiddle with it a little bit. Okay. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Indeed. Well, let's enter the basement with our little stabby tool.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I'm good, just about to go on a big hike, but I'm glad I made it. I'm glad you made it as well. It's good to see you. A big hike, huh? Are you gonna go far? Or are you gonna go up high? That sounds really nice. I hope the weather is nice out.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She's here.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger.
Oh,
It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Oh, I will. I will.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Voice acting is so good. Just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat.
Yeah, you'd think that.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Oh, look at her. She's so sad.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
I should.
You step forward,
I know.
your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
No, not crap. I think I can still do it.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
No.
She's unarmed.
You'll-
If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
No. I'm sorry. Can I just talk?
You're so close. Don't give up. You've come this far. No, this is a good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife, and of course we can talk.
I really hope I can do this the right way. I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Okay. This feels very different from what I thought this would be. I've done this route before. I just need to figure out how to get back to it. Fine, I guess we're running past.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
You sure you don't want to talk?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
Okay, slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
This isn't the right way, is it? This isn't the
A
right
moment
way.
of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
I do like that.
Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
No, we... Give up! Oh, shit. Oh, no, it's because... Oh, no, I can't do this. Okay. We are in... All of these routes, you do, like, 4 routes during each like, playthrough, right? And we're still in the playthrough where we already did this route, meaning we can't do the thing I want to do. However, is there another thing that I can do? That I can see in the achievement? Okay, let's just give up.
Are you serious? As internal bleeding sets in, the blade falls from your trembling hands, clattering to the ground uselessly. You lacked the will to finish the job, your bruised and broken body falling to its knees before her. The princess, exhausted, chest heaving with heavy breaths, tosses the blade away from you.
Okay.
This is the end,
This will get us.
isn't it?
Yeah, for now.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She plants her foot on your chest and pushes you onto your back, the air leaving your lungs in a heavy puff. And then she brings her knee to your throat. She leans into it with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess,
Princess.
shattering your windpipe and leaving
Princess,
you
please.
starved for breath.
Princess, I swear. What if we don't kill
It's
you?
too bad. I was looking forward to some company.
As was I. Here I am. Look, you don't have to kill me. You can, maybe, keep me alive and have me. Maybe.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yes. Guess not. Guess not. Thanks, princess. Thanks. That was great.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
She's going to kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself.
Why, thank you.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Yeah.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her, But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Oh, darling, I already was. I never spend life without second-guessing myself. Okay, let's just go to the...
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
This is already stuck in my
We
mind.
might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Knowing which one we're gonna get, let me...
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
She's so
I agree.
cool,
If she's wrongfully
though.
imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Okay, so I'm looking at the achievements. And witness your better's ascension could very well be the goddess one. And other than that, I don't think there's another one.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Yeah. Kind of annoying. You don't get much of a say. So,
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
And let's just go. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I don't agree with that on this one.
Her booming voice rolls up the
It's
stairs.
quite nice.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh,
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
okay. Continue.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom,
That's me.
entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
Any stair I have to climb.
The princess towers over you,
Okay.
almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Oh, I remember this. Oh no, I remember this. Okay. Am I able to do anything in regards to
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor. But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us?
Okay.
I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Yeah.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Yeah, I know. You want a priest, right?
The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to stutter. No, I won't tell you.
You will.
No.
Just do it already. It will feel so much better to do as she says.
What am I supposed to do? I said no.
Such firm resistance. How surprising. Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
Are you gonna transform?
Pick up that needle.
Yeah.
Do it. It's what she wants. No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Oh goodness. Why would you even try to make me do with it? I'm going to kill you. You're not kidding about that divine hand who's doing it. Is it her? Is it you? No. Pick up the blade.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
I hate you. I hate you so much, all of you. Stop making me do things. I'm going to kneel here forever.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation, The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
Hey.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What?
What?
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
End this?
Oh, we'll end this all right. Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Well, what, Resist?
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Hi, Chili
Slitting your throat would have been a
hello.
mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry.
Oh, she's
Don't-
so cool.
As you take
Yeah,
another
but-
step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an
So
entirely
bloody now.
natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
Listen, narrator, you clearly don't get,
It's what she
what's going
wants.
on.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you.
I love
I'm on it.
hero.
Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
Well, for now. I love it when I do
What a
that.
pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
Okay. So there is a stabby achievement called Past the Point of No Return. There's no going back now. In which case, is that to slay myself now or push forward? I feel like I've done push forward already. Okay, slay myself.
No, you can't just give in to her, not when the stakes are so high.
Okay, yeah. This
Your
is not
body and its renegade
the
hand
scene.
freeze in place until you get a hold of yourself.
You're shaking. It's pointless to resist. In the end, everything submits to oblivion. But you're not the one resisting me, are you? There's something else in there. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Oh boy.
You bring the blade to your neck. You slice through soft flesh, severing veins and arteries, your blood flowing freely down your body. It's a painful lesson in obedience, but the pain won't last forever.
Damn.
No.
Damn.
When I see you again, you'll free me from my chains and deliver me to the destiny that lies beyond this place.
We will. I promise.
Ooh.
I know you will.
Ooh. Okay.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Damn. Okay. I don't think I've been here before.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path... Oh, let me guess. At the end of that path is a cabin.
Yep.
Excuse me? This is the third time we've been here, and this is hardly a path in the woods. It's all big and weird. Another witness to her radiance. Her hour is soon upon us. I'm here to keep him in check. I'm sick of prying fingers digging around in our head, and he's making it all too easy for them to get in. This is bad. Oh, is it now? I hadn't noticed. Do you need a primer, Mr. Amnesiac? No, I'm quite all right, but if all of you would take a moment to settle down, there's something important I'd like to get across to you before it's too late. Is it about the princess? We already know all about the princess. Not to be trusted, that one. No, I mean, yes, it's about the princess, but whatever you think I'm going to say, it's probably not that. You're not to be trusted either. Look, fine, just out with it already, yeah? But if I hear the words, "You're here to slay her," or "If you don't, it will be the end of the world," you'll have lost speaking privileges. You two are just wasting your time. It's all going to end when we open that cabin door, which means it's already all over. What's the point of dawdling when the end is already written? Okay, that nonsense he's going on about, that's what we need to talk about. You've been here before, obviously. So you have met us. Because boy, were you in denial about that last time. No, I haven't met you, but reality is clearly falling apart at the moment, and the only reason that would happen is if you knew things you weren't supposed to know. What the hell are you talking about? He's talking about those weird marble trees and how wrong everything looks. Yes, exactly. Whatever you did before gave her far too much power. So you've got to cut it out, get to that cabin and slay her before things get any more out of hand. We've built a new god, and she is limitless. Are our thoughts doing that? Make her small, make her small, make her small, make her small. Shit! What if I'm doing it wrong? What if I'm making her even stronger? Do you hear those two, with their runaway thoughts? I'm only giving you the sliver of information I'm giving you now because things are already deep in the shitter. This was my last card to play, and it looks like it's already made things worse. So hurry, cabin, now.
Okay. I think I found the chief that I still don't have that is in this area. It's the one that I mentioned before. The witness your better specimen. Okay. Now hold on. I have so many questions.
And right now you have neither the time nor the mental acuity to handle a single response. It's now or never.
I'm not going to the cabin until I have answers. What am I?
As you finish your inane
no.
question, the ground quakes beneath your feet.
Shit, did I make
You
it?
feel an unyielding force pulling at you and your surroundings. The trees start to sway and then crumble,
No,
breaking
did I make a
apart as everything is
mistake? I
drawn
should have
towards the cabin.
saved.
Even the earth beneath you seems to shift, your feet unable to grip solid ground as you're dragged forward along with everything else.
Okay.
The end of everything. The beginning of something new. The moment we open that door,
She will be free. Stop believing everything you hear. We just have to get our thoughts in order. We just have to think straight. Any, words of warning? You already know everything you need to know.
Proceed into the cabin.
As you step forward,
Oh no.
the cabin explodes. You're flung backwards, violently slamming into a tree as debris rains down around you.
Ow. Okay. Look at her.
You watch in paralyzed awe and terror as the princess emerges, her body unfurling from some vast space as she stands upright to face you.
Oh shit! Look at her.
The world bows to her. The ruined landscape shifts, trees and stone and the ground itself succumbing to her gravity, orbiting her like a great black hole.
Finally, the little bird has set me free. This is always how it was going to end. And this is always how it was going to begin.
There's a loud thunk from the tree behind you as something embeds in its shattered bark. Your pristine blade. It's now or never.
Do I want to try and slay her again? I don't know if I want to try and slay her again. She seems pretty okay. Right? Let's just do it.
Yeah, screw all of this. I'm with you. A real god wouldn't need us as part of her plan.
you'll never make it to her. And even if you do, what could you possibly hope to accomplish?
We'll do what we were always supposed to. We'll take this blade and we'll sink it into her heart. Look at the way everything's being flung around her. If we just throw ourselves in her direction... I don't know. Maybe it'll work. Maybe none of this is real. Maybe we can do whatever we want to do. With a forceful tug, you yank the blade out from the tree. You close your eyes and take a deep breath, and for a moment you can feel everything around you, like you're a part of everything, and everything is a part of you. And then your eyes open, settling on your target. It's time.
Okay, slay the princess.
You launch yourself towards the princess. You can feel her gravity envelop you, carrying you from the ground into the violent swirl of her orbit.
Even now you defy me. Do it then. Show me what you think it takes to end what's destined to end everything.
Yeah, do it. Show her.
End this.
Why do I feel so cold?
Oh. Well then. No stabbing needed. You do not get the chance to slay.
No.
Oh no!
Where did she go?
I didn't realize it was an auto. Ah. The end of something. I got an achievement. Which one did I get? So I think I got yeah, the end of something. Witness your better's ascension. Right. The one that I was looking
She's gone. Is this the end of the world? Did she end herself? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
for. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different.
did it say? Okay, I think it was this. You do not get the chance to stay here. Nor will you ever. It is time to leave.
It's calling us. And not in a good way. I don't want to look at us.
Just look at us. Your voices feel small, distant, as you grow. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. Yay. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Oh my god, she's huge. You are the cabin. For sure.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
No. Yes. Maybe? Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Okay. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? What, have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Maybe? He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Okay. I think we can just go. Ready to go back?
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Yay.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Okay. The godly vessel bring the apotheosis to her.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So one of the achievements is clearly, I know how to get there, I think. So let's do that one.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Okay, proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale. The blade is your...
Let's go. Enter the basement. No blade needed.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Let's see.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Mm-hmm.
Come downstairs.
Yeah.
I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Oh no. I love her so much in this route.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Okay. ...
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
No. Okay. I can't leave. No. Let me explore a bit more first. I've learned from my mistake. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. But I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
Examine the chains. I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if it's not, maybe I can at least find something to break it free.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
Oh, I love the princess. I love her in this route. She's so cute.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Do you guys have a favorite princess?
Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Hey, let me out of
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Everyone.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing
I
through her
hate
limb
this
with the
part.
determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Okay. Me. Well, me. Mommy.
Fine.
See.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Bleh.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Oh, gross.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Okay. Let me think. Slay the princess and only warn her. Okay. Let me think. Let me. I think I need to kill her for the achievement that I want to get.
Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time?
No.
I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
I would hope.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this.
It will.
Right?
It will.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Who?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Let's skip. Okay, I need to go back to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happens to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. Let's take it.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it.
Oh, she will. She will.
That's not actually a bad idea.
Enter basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Probably. I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else.
No.
She seems
No.
friendly enough.
No.
Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
Let's try.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Probably that.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
She's so cute.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out?
I like the opportunist.
Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us?
Yeah.
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
I'll give it a try.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
That's
Don't
nice.
talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
I'm gonna have to figure out the next-
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
I do. I'm sorry about last time.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Let's see. Don't worry, the blade isn't for you, or killing you. We've got to get you out somehow, right?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little...
It's because she's a cat.
A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
I get the sense that you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
She's like a cat when you've gone on vacation, and then when you come back, they're always so angry. If you could have gotten out this whole time, what do you even need me for? Cabin is.
The cabin lets prying little beasts like you come as you please, but it insists I stay where I am. That binding I shed is just a symbol of the crueler magic at work in this place.
Oh.
If I'm to leave, I'm to leave with you, and you alone.
I see. Okay. Okay. achievement that I wanted to get, in which case, I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some interest. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill. Give her the blade.
You can't be serious.
Look at her.
Now, hold on.
She's all-
We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As do I. Abstain? You abstain? She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
No, she's not. This isn't a democracy. We're giving her the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
She's so cute.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
Ah, she's so cute.
What do you think happens now?
You give me a smooch? You give me a smooch? How about that? Okay, I've already called her beautiful before. We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't. You can be better than this.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
Aww.
And then
Yeah.
she buries the blade in your heart. What? No, come on, that's not right. I told you. I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time.
Wah, wah.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
And there I go. Hey.
You're on a path in the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed us. I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it. Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument.
Sure thing. Sure thing.
Oh, you're far from being on the right side of anything. You're fixated on the past, whereas what you
Wait,
should be is fixated on the future. Ho ho, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more. Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper. I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to? Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love. She hates us. Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death. As ridiculous as this guy is, maybe he has a point. I don't know if I necessarily buy into his whole love journey thing, but
Well, what if it is a love?
maybe she won't be as keen to betray
What
us
if she
this
does
time.
want-
We've already proven to her that we can change, so maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and
I love
give it
how the
another
narrator's
try.
just completely not in this
Give
conversation.
what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom. Oh, are you now? Great, so you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Right. Let's just go. No matter what happens next, it seems like all their answers are having. See this?
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do.
Yeah. Okay, let's just go. To the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior.
Did he skip? Okay. Should probably not skip that, but let's see. Okay. How do we even get down there? The only thing I see. I probably use that. So approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror and behold our handsome features.
Oh my. Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. What are you doing? Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are.
I love this.
Seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Enter the basement.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. Their spine. These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
Hobble.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I don't know what I want. I never really chose to come here.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Secret in the stairs.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Oh, I feel so bad for her. Oh no. Okay, so for the achievement, I need to abandon her in a thorny prison. So I'm gonna have to leave her. Oh, I'm you're going to be like that, I'm going to leave. Otherwise, why?
Do you really think you can just wash your hands of all of
Abandon her in
this?
thorny
Do you
prison.
really think you can just leave me here?
Yeah, kind of.
This is even better than stabbing her. The same reward without any of that nasty effort. It's not even better. Putting off a choice is always worse than making a committed decision, especially when you already know the right answer.
It's even more cruel if you ask me. Leaving an incredible soul like hers to languish forever in pain and alone. How can we bear to live with the guilt?
Oh, I love the love in
We'll
it.
live with it just fine. Besides, she'll get over it. That's what I'm afraid of. But as you approach the basement stairs, you make a grim realization. The thorns won't let you leave. We don't have any way to cut through them. Okay, new plan. We re-befriend the princess, get the blade, and all of us leave here together as friends.
Oh, shit.
You can't leave without me, can you? Isn't that funny? Isn't that so funny? This is perfect, actually. Just you and me rotting down here forever, together.
Oh.
It's what we deserve after everything we've done.
Yeah, it
It's-
is.
Romantic, even.
This
We
is.
got our beautiful ending after all, tragic as it may be.
Mm,
You know, just to make sure things are a little more permanent, I think I'm going to take this particular needle out of the picture.
no.
She wouldn't.
Thorns slice into the princess's hands, lacerating what little skin remains as she raises the blade to her mouth.
Eat it?
Take it. Take it now, before she swallows it out of spite.
He's gonna eat it? Okay, hold on. Okay, let me check what achievements I still need. Okay. I think I need to stay here. So I'm gonna do nothing.
You stand in place among the thorns, inert, merely watching as the princess swallows your only way out of this place. She actually did it.
Good for her. Such a decisive woman.
Oh my.
But extremely not good for us. Blood trickles down the corner of her mouth, then flows from between her lips. She smiles.
There. Isn't this just perfect?
Poor thing. I didn't get the achievement. The one.
She's
Okay.
gone.
Let's just
Where
see.
did she... There's that...
A mirror. Where's the mirror? Skip
This... Yeah.
gaze. Reflection. Nothing. That is right. You can't do nothing. You will focus your gaze on the new scene. The figure. Veins are revealed in shadows. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Sure. Let's just destroy the mirror. Okay. You already know what you are. You are the long, quiet, the fast, and nascent God, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Cease the cavity. When you arrive at the heart of things, there's no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. There he is.
can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Okay.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Why, thank you. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not deaf, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Okay. I'm gonna check my achievements real quick. Let's see. Do I have specific ones? I need here because I think. Okay. I have this one. Okay. Okay, I have to. In the woods. Okay, I have that one. Slay. Princess, I have that one. Okay. Ooh, okay. How about only new beginnings? Okay. Okay, I think I know what I gotta do. I am gonna rewind for a second. Oh god. Gotta go back there. Okay. Let's do that. Gotta rewind for a sec. Let's skip through this. Approach the mirror.
You
once
reach forward and
again.
wave your.
Skip into the basement.
You step through the frame of scorched wood. The stair.
I think you know how.
Downstairs.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles. The space thick with hostile vegetation.
Going to that.
Do you really think you can just wash your hands?
Okay. Earlier I did nothing. Kinda wanna know what happens if I rush for the blade.
You rush towards the princess, arms outstretched and grasping for the blade. But as you tear through her thistled prison, the thorny vines dig deep into your arms, seemingly growing thicker and sturdier the closer you get to your goal. It feels like it should be within reach, yet you cannot reach it quickly enough.
Ooh.
It's no use, even if we grab it, we won't be able to pull it back out of there. It's better than letting her eat it and losing it forever. You just manage to reach her hand, grasping it firmly in yours before the thorns finally trap you in place.
Yes, that's the
Blood
one I
trickles down your arm, mingling with hers. The two of you lock eyes.
Are we gonna snoop?
We're stuck like this, aren't we? I knew this was always going to be how it ended.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So, the achievement that I want to get now is New and Unending Dawn, and everyone has it. We already have New and Unending Dawn, which is just to slay the big
She's gone.
goddess lady.
Where did she go?
Should we try and find
But
her?
we can make enemies along the way, apparently. Which is gonna be
there's that
anytime the
mirror
voices
again.
are
Why is it
there,
here? Why now?
we gotta. It probably won't work since it's the first time I'm doing it. Right. Gotta remember this for the next time. I gotta choose all of the mean ones here. Where's your scare? This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. You better watch your back. You can't get rid of me that easy. Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Approach the mirror. Gaze into
I think you know.
the right mirror. Damn it. Skip. Oh, that's a bit too far. Okay, what happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Okay. I think I'm just gonna slide see if what it works, but probably won't.
Violence has always been our language, hasn't it? If this is what it takes to save you, then so be it. A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you left me to rot, and in your abandonment, the two of us were bound in our suffering together.
Right?
A painful eternity, but one that is only unceasing if you remove what happens next.
What was the special statement already? With time, it would be better.
And there is always time.
You are weightless, suspended in the gravity of an idea that threatens to consume you. And you are alone. A tiny island caught between the death of the old world and the birth of the new. But alone is not helpless.
It's a goddess.
When you were confronted with my vessel's apotheosis, you chose against all odds to defy me, to hold on to your inner self with all its flaws, even in the scorching light of my divinity. Without me, there are no externalities to resist, and it is struggle that carves meaning into consciousness.
Alright, I still defy you now.
But in your defiance, I have already won. There is no power without resistance. Our actions feed each other into something greater.
I crush you. I bleed you. I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back. You run and you run far, and the flesh I hurl at you is answered by the empty air of a place I'd never been. Cold and lonely, but also true. I didn't know what to make of my freedom then, but I know what to make of it now.
So cool.
You challenged me, and by challenging me, you gave me purpose. A life without obstacles is no life at all.
We've both become better for what we've been through, haven't we?
We have. Look at what we are now, and see how small we were then.
Oh, she's so creepy, isn't she? Can you say with certainty what shape a world without you will take?
I know what I am, but I do not know what I am not. If a world without me is so unknown, then how can you be so sure you want to create it?
Go.
You are divine. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. Within, you are tightly bound and choke on heavy air as acid burns its way into your pores. A nest of things devouring within things devouring.
I don't remember this one.
But even when dissolved, you gifted me a life. Perhaps it was fear that drove you. Perhaps it was compassion. But the outcome of an act matters more than its intentions. There is a natural order to the cycle of things sustaining things. A world without sustenance is a world without relationships. And it is our relationships that give us form and substance. You still cling to the horror of dying bodies that rot worlds apart from us. How many more vessels would you need to lose before you realize their irrelevance?
It's the clash between you and the waves. Princess relaxes. Mine and the response.
Are you still committed to my destruction? Or has your resolve started to waver? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. You cannot remove something without removing the relations which define it. To destroy what you perceive as evil is to damn everything you perceive as good. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
You are cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist.
Well, then try to destroy me if you can. But I will not yield easily to your delusion.
You don't have to face her alone.
Oh, the hero. I thought you died whenever the premiere.
I don't think that's wrong, but I'm not sure it's
So
right
I didn't
either.
make enemies, it seems.
But you'll never be able to strike a decisive blow from out here. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I can do this out here on my own.
You can't, and lucky for you, I'm not going to let you try.
Aw. Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I remember this. Oh, I forgot that this is how that ending is. That's so good.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
I know I asked him to last time, but I'm curious what will happen if I don't. I'll just take the
That's
bait.
probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Enter basic.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we
Neil,
were
just
here?
describe it.
The first time we heard...
It's almost over, isn't it? That's okay. Let's just talk, the two of us. One more time, before you kill me.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
You're really going to do it then, aren't you? You're really going to kill me. You don't have to. You know that, right?
Yeah.
But if that's what you want, we might as well talk a bit first. I wouldn't mind a few extra minutes.
Poor thing. I'm sure I've sat with her already. What happens if I just...
So this is really it then. Let's see this through.
Oh, I feel so bad.
So this is what it feels like to actually die.
Oh, I feel so bad.
I think this is for the best. I don't know what the world will be like without me. But it can't be that bad if it still has you in it.
Oh.
I've always loved you. Don't forget me.
Oh. You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged, and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
Oh, I feel so bad. You leave the cabin. You leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas, but there is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, a world free from death. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its victory, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything feels you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a pathetic play. You can feel the glass of your cage pressing in on you, confining you across an infinite entangle. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once the unyielding tension gives way. And then the shattering. You are free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality, one forged by your will and by a long, arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination.
This is nice. No more hunting, no more running. Just us and whatever's out there.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him?
The whispering and the coercion and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this.
That wasn't very hard at all. Speak for yourself.
Well then, I guess the only thing left to do is figure out what happens next.
There we go. Guess that ending brought no more new achievements. We'll have to remember what to do for next time. Okay. The main menu. There we go. Another bit done. Another few achievements gotten. Let's see. We got 4 achievements today. That's pretty decent. We are halfway now, 50%. Now, I think that's a good spot to leave it at. I know this was a bit of a weird one today. Because it was. I mentioned this earlier on. I haven't really been feeling myself. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how to describe it. I'm fine. Everything's good. Just, just a bit bland these last few days. So, I'm gonna try to just either get out of that or just ignore it. And get myself to, just stream, because I didn't manage very well this last week. My schedule is still a mess, so I can't say for sure when I'll be on. I'm gonna try to be on Tuesday. Thursday isn't working anymore for me, so I'm gonna try Tuesday and one of the weekend days on Thursday. But it's a bit weird. Okay, let's quit the game. Alright, there I am. Now, I'm not gonna raid anyone today because I'm genuinely just really tired. So apologies for that if you were hoping for a raid. See you later. See you later, Pete. It was good to see you again. I am gonna try my best to do better next time. Have it not be as weird. I don't know how much you guys noticed, but I don't know. My brain's just not been working for me very well recently. And once again, I am fine. All good. Just ups and downs. So I think I'm gonna leave it at this, and I will for sure be back one of the weekend days next week. But I'm also gonna try to be here again on Tuesday. So I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. Let me just put on some music. It's gonna be too loud again, I think. Yes, it is. Okay. All right. Well, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. It was lovely to see you all. Have have a lovely rest of your day or night, and a lovely next few days. And I will try to be here again on Tuesday. And I'm leaving you to that. Oh my goodness, Kaz! Hi, Kaz! Thank you so much for the subscription. 7 months. It's been that long already. Goodness gracious. How are you doing, Kaz? I don't just want to leave you at this. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you so much. I am gonna try, by the way. I am gonna try to get my schedule back on track. I am, really. Those of you who have been here last time when my schedule went into a mess, you might have noticed back then already that I'm not very good at that when my schedule just falls apart. I'm really bad at that. And I think that's why my brain's been weird these last few days, week, whatever. So I've been working to figure that out. I think hopefully by next week I should have it figured out, but we'll see. Hands full with uni even at this hour. Goodness gracious, it's so late for that. Uni is a lot, isn't it? I hope you'll be able to manage well with it and it won't take too much longer today. Gotta get some sleep as well to be able to work properly. I hope it's going well. And once again, thank you so much for the subscription. You're so sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna try my hardest to be back here on Tuesday. If nothing weird happens. Did you change mic settings? Oh, for goodness sake, did it change again? It does this every now and then. I think it's cutting off. Oh, goodness sake. Okay. It says it's using my proper mic. However, I heard my headphones doing something weird just like a little bit ago. And I think that's causing it. You may be hearing my headphones mic now instead of my proper mic, which is not what I want, but I'll have to look into that because these headphones have been such a hassle to deal with. Luckily it didn't happen while I was playing the game. But thank you for letting me know. I will definitely look into this. I hate when this happens. Why does it do this? Alright. But I will leave you guys now. Streaming helps. I need to remember that. Help with my brain. I'm gonna try and do that again as much as I can. To get out of the downs of the ups and downs. And I'll be just fine. Alright. Well, I have no one to raid. Once again, apologies. I hope you guys can find something you like. So watch on YouTube or on here. I don't know, the show. And let's talk more next time. Maybe next time we can do the duck game and we can just chill and chat. How about that? For now, thank you all so much for watching. I will look into my mic settings and I will look into my schedule and I will try and solve it all. Yeah. Everyone, thank you all so much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day or night and a lovely next few days. And I will hopefully see you guys on Tuesday. And if not, I'll be back here next weekend. Thanks, everyone. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.